Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well out there. Welcome to a new week in the stock market, and let's hope it's better than last week. Apologies for the late video for a Monday. It's just been an absolute crazy weekend. I'm playing catch up to a few things, including today's video. And for you guys on Patreon on the stock request, I know you guys voted for YouGov. I'm currently doing the research. I actually getting quite deep into that stock, so that's another reason why I've not actually recorded it, but I will get that up for you guys in the next 24 hours on the Patreon for that exclusive content, so don't you worry. But getting on today's video, let's have a bit of a, I know you guys like a bit of a prep talk, a bit of preparation for the week ahead, and hopefully it's a little bit better than the week that we just had, because last week was not good, as you guys know. But today, looking at the markets, look pretty good. Seems to be having a bit of a rebound after the last couple of days in the markets. Dow's up 1%, S&P's up 1.2%, Nasdaq's up 1.4%, so that's a really good recovery day. You look at some stocks in mode, a couple of buyers going in mode today, maybe a few people thinking, you know what, I'm going to have a shot here at in mode. Notice that you guys in the comment section as well, a lot of you guys that don't own in mode, said that you were looking to open a position in mode, which I don't blame you. I think I'm actually down on my in mode position now, which I can't believe I'm saying. You know, that's a stock that I've held for 3.5 years now. The last, when I first started buying this stock was in June time, so probably around about this price, about $15 ish. Started buying there. Obviously, if I held them shares, I'd still be up 40%, but over the last 3.5 years, there's been points where I've averaged up on position, and that's why I'm break even. But I never thought we'd be back at 10 times earnings for this stock, but clearly if you guys fancying buying that one. I mean, one of the reasons why today, personally for me, I looked and there's definitely been a big recovery in my account, and I thought when it's a big recovery day like that, and I know what's moving it quite often, and it was the King once again, nearly a 5% day from the King, and that's a very good day. I'm really looking forward to see what these guys do with earnings. We'll see what's going on there. Hopefully it's good. Obviously the start of the NFL season, so yeah. PayPal, I mean, it's a good day when PayPal's up. That's always an indicator. It's a really good day if even PayPal's going up, and PayPal was up 2%, but still, $56. Looking forward to PayPal. I actually looked already to see when PayPal's earnings coming up, and I think it's historically the 4th of November, I believe PayPal report their earnings, so not exactly sure what day that will fall on. So yeah, it looks like it won't be this week or next week. It'll be the week after that, I believe, if I've got that right. So be looking forward to see what PayPal do, and obviously will be the first time with a new CEO, and probably put his direction down to the company, and everybody listening to him trying to sell the company, really what. Get the market excited, what changes are you going to make? So that'd be really interesting to see. I mean, even Etsy, Etsy was having a good day. Etsy was nearly up 5%, and I was looking at Etsy going, hold on, you can't be going up. I need, this is the one that I need to go down to the 50s and the $40. I can build up a position in Etsy, but that keeps going up. But yeah, I mean, I say building a position up, but with the amount of stocks that I've bought in the last couple of days, or last week in particular, I bought a lot of stocks. A bit like I'm going to hold the cash pile back a bit now for earnings, because obviously if there's something that you say DraftKings has a 20% drop out of nowhere, could potentially pick up some shares in DraftKings. So it's got to always have the cash free if that happens. Not saying there will be a 20% drop in DraftKings. I'm just saying you've always got to be prepared. Who thought in mode would fall to $21 and have a 20% drop off their preliminary earnings. That is exactly what happens in the stock market. Anything can happen. So always got to be prepared for that sort of situation. And this week, the UK inflation is coming out. So on the 18th, which I believe is a Wednesday, if I double check that. Yeah, it's Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to get the new UK inflation. The suggestion is that last month, obviously, was good numbers. We went from 7% down to 6.7%. And this was quite impressive because if you remember, oil prices going up quite a bit. Same again, oil prices. Don't know if you guys noticed going to the pump. You look at them prices, you're like, that's a little bit expensive. That's gone up again. Obviously, as we always say, as soon as something starts happening in the oil world, you'll notice the pump prices go straight up. When the oil prices start coming down, it takes a while for it to come to show through on the pumps. Yeah. Whatever you say. I was looking at the energy prices the other day as well. I was looking at the energy prices in the UK, and I was like, how are we still paying these prices? You look at wholesale prices and they're still not coming through. They're still not being passed on to the consumer, which was absolutely crazy. And obviously this year we don't get our, I forgot the actual wording that they called it, but you kind of got the payment support energy support plan or energy price cap. Obviously that doesn't exist this year, so you're not getting the money from that either. So the energy situation is going to be nearly the same as last year, and you're like, well, how's that even happening when how much energy prices have come down? Crazy stuff. Anyway, that's the subject for another day. But yeah, obviously went down from 7% to 6.7%, and that was really good considering what the oil situation was. And obviously at the moment the consensus is for it to go from 6.7% down to 6.6%. So I think a drop would be pretty good, considering the oil situation here. I've got to say though, 6.6%. I don't know about you guys, but I still go out there on the high street and I'm like, it doesn't feel it. It doesn't feel 6.6%. You look at prices of some things and you're like, that's crazy how much that's gone up. It was only the other day, me and my brother, we went to McDonald's and we were looking at the menu going, is that how much a double quarter pounder cheeseburger normally costs? We were looking at that going, I'm sure like it used to be like £3 cheaper only like a year ago. Like it's crazy. So yeah, it's crazy like the prices at the moment. So 6.6%, we'll see. I think it doesn't feel like that out there, but we'll see what happens. Earnings wise, obviously we start getting into the start of earnings season. We have the banks continue. We have ASML. I know a lot of you guys are big fans of ASML. Netflix, Lam Research, AT&T, Taiwan Semiconductors are reporting. American Express, that'll be a very good one on Friday. But the big one that I think that everyone's going to stare at is Wednesday. Obviously, you got the Tesla, the EV King, reporting numbers. Now, I've got to say, sometimes I get a lot of upset Tesla shareholders in the comment section because I do talk quite negatively about Tesla. And I think sometimes it's misunderstood. I like Tesla as a company. I think Tesla is a good investment at the right price. I just think it's overvalued. And I do like Tesla, and the reason why I want it to drop is because I want to buy personally for myself. I want it to drop so I can buy some of it. And you got to remember, like I've owned Tesla like 3 times. I think bought in 2018, obviously sold in 2020 for 300+% return in 2020. For any of you guys that are OGs around the channel and remember that one, obviously some of you guys may remember that have been watching since 2021. Some of you guys may remember I bought back in Tesla in 2021, sold it out not too long after because the shares went absolutely crazy. I'll try to zoom out and see the dip. Yeah, so the dip was, I think it was that one, and the stock went up over 100%. And once again, I was like selling out again, way too much. And so there's been a lot of good money, and I actually owned it in 2022 as well. And I think I made a little bit of a smaller gain there because it was that point there. A little bit too crazy, so sold out. But actually, if I held them shares, I'd actually be up another 100%. So I probably should have held them. That was probably a mistake of a sell, that one. But if Tesla gets the right value, I'll buy it. I think it's just there's a couple of stocks out there that are ignoring the economic situation, and I feel like some of them aren't reflecting the financials correctly. Like I look at Apple. Apple's trading at a historic premium, yet it's got the slowest growth. It's declining growth, and the profitability is not really growing that much. And I'm like, how does that justify its historic high valuation right now when it's putting in bad numbers? And I look at Tesla. Like I think Tesla's going to be a quality company in the next 5-10 years, but I think it's overvalued, and I think it should go down. And obviously they're going to report in, and I look at the numbers right now and EPS is set to go from 407 down to 335 this year. You look at revenue is going to be 21%, and at the start of the year this was forecast to be 40+%. And I'm looking and going, well, your EPS is declining quite big as well. Your sales has downgraded from 40% to 21%. I'm like, can you justify a 72 times earnings company for this much? I personally think that you can't justify that. I think that you've got to have some of the slowdown priced in, and yet you are pretty much at 52 Ks, I believe. Well, near it. 52 Ks was 299, which, looking at the chart, I actually don't know where 299 is. Maybe it was there. That must have a very big pullback on that day. But realistically, let's say 52 Ks is 281. I still think this is a little high for a company that is having such problems. And, you're looking at them at the moment and they're having to, carry on, dropping the prices, which once again suggests that, a demand issue there. If they're having to drop the prices, that's probably going to hit the sales might look good, and it might, 20% is still good. Yeah, but your profitability is getting hurt because you're dropping your prices, your margins are getting lower. And I just think, like, for me, like, Tesla, realistically, we'd like to see Tesla drop into the 150s. 150 would be great, and that would be an interesting point to buy shares. So I think that Tesla could, I think it needs to have a reality check on share price, and part of that is me saying I want that to happen so I can buy it. But I do think the valuation is a little high at the moment. And the last thing I just want to point out is Mike Ashley Fraser's bought more shares in Boohoo. The stake is now 15%. It probably would suggest to me they're going to probably go all the way up to the 29% ish. And then it depends if they're going to go higher and offer a bid, or if he just thinks that the shares are very low and he can make from around the share price maybe a quick double up on the share price. We don't know what he's trying to do, but he's clearly looks like he's trying to build a mega position in there. And I'd like to see what he's seeing, because at the moment I can't see what he's seeing. I can't see the upside that he's currently seeing. I don't know if he holds a grudge at the moment and still wants Debenhams, and maybe that's why he's buying it in. I don't know. But yeah, clearly he's liking it and he's buying some shares, and I don't know if that's because he just thinks the share price can easily go a lot higher from here, and it's going to turn around, or he's potentially looking at buying something or buying the company. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's definitely a stake to be keeping your eyes on, because it seems to be going up and up and up anyway. So let's see what the market's got in store for us this week. Some key events, inflation, some Tesla numbers, and hopefully a little bit of a recovery from that last week, because that last week was definitely a tough one out there. So hope you enjoyed the little preview today, guys. If you could hit the like button, if you're not here, subscribe. See you in a bit.